Hello, everybody. Welcome to Spiritual Chit Chat. I am Michele Amburgey, and I am the Awakener, one of many. Chances are you guys are too. And I apologize for being a little bit late, you guys. I kind of lost track of time. I'm so sorry. I want to do something here. I lost a little track of time, and I've been doing that a lot lately. I'm not sure what's going on. I think that time is, matter of fact, what I was getting earlier is I was getting that. Hi, Ranjana. I was getting that we've got some time, like some timeline merging, if you will, going on right now. And so a lot of people that are really sensitive to that kind of stuff may be feeling it. And it was Hey, Jillian, I'm doing a little a little Palo Santo right now for all of us, just kind of clearing the energies. I did a little prayer and meditation. I do a meditation. It's called the Maharotic Shield. It's from the Keylontics. And so I did that. And then the Palo Santo just kind of brings in good energies, one bringing that beautiful angelic energies. So just go ahead and absorb this here. I also have been doing some, I don't get into like crime stuff typically, but I've always had a little bit of a fascination with it. And I studied with AJ Barrera to work with finding missing people. And part of my intuitive work that I do is I do work on finding missing people, missing pets, that kind of stuff. But there is this thing that's going on up in Idaho, and I don't know if you've heard about those four Moscow, Idaho, the University of Idaho students who were murdered up there. And it was really an amazing, interesting thing. And hey, Catherine. And I had heard about it just a couple days after it happened. So it's been like about a month ago. And I almost immediately started getting the kids coming in and information and who did it. I don't have names, but they were telling me things. Well, I don't work with people when they've just crossed over. I always give them about a month because, there's so much craziness going on. There's so much energetic distortion, especially in a situation like that. And so I've been working with them, the kids on the other side. I've been doing a lot of prayer and stuff around it. And now that we're getting on about a month, I'm starting to find that a lot of the things that I was hearing from them, they're starting to come around and saying, "Oh, we're thinking it's this, we're thinking it's that." And so it's kind of like, and I think whatever was around that, because it's so much deeper than just the incident, it's the energy, there's some consciousnesses that are involved. I don't want to get into it too much on this show, but it's been very, very draining. And I'm just now starting to realize that. Plus, I was sick 2 weeks ago. It's taken me almost 2 weeks to feel better. So it's been interesting. We've all been going through a lot of purging. How many of you guys? Yeah, Jillian, it was really bad. And my people are from Idaho. My mom's side of the family are all from well, actually Twin Falls, Idaho. Now they live up in the Boise area. And I think my one cousin lives up Coeur d'Alene. And so Moscow's kind of in the middle of the state. But yeah, it's really been kind of on me. And what's interesting, yeah, Jillian, you're feeling it too. Ooh, it's intense. And, another thing that I've been getting really strong, and I'm trying to think, I wrote this to Rev Ned earlier. This is what I was getting is what the energies are going into 2003. And I'm going to read what I wrote him. Okay, it's like, okay, so we were talking about resting. Like I've been doing a lot of sleeping. I've been really kind of pulled out of stuff. And also I'm in Facebook jail. For those of you that don't know, I'm in Facebook jail. I have no idea why. I can't post on any of my groups. I can put posts on 2 of my pages, but I can't put photos and I can't interact with anybody, or I can't interact with everybody. Some people I can, some people I can't. And so I've like been all like weirded out with everything. But anyways, this is what I got. And this is what I sent to Rev Ned, because we were talking about, he and I both have had very, very similar illnesses, very, very close to each other. And we've been working together. We do Bridge Walkers, another show here on my Facebook channel. And we both got this thing, and we both are realizing it's very much a purging. And it's a purging. It's the throat, it's the head, it's the pineal. It's the body and body toxicity. And I'm really feeling it. I'm feeling like I really shifted, even though I'm not all the way through. But this is what I got. Rest up now, because 2023 is going to be a roller coaster of spiritual awakening. And you, meaning all of us, are the ones that are running the ride. And so then I got an image of flying like really fast on a roller coaster, like going down, going around and upside down and all this stuff. And they're saying that and going on this roller coaster ride and screaming, but also remembering that we can slow it down. But we're flying so fast that it's like trying to manage the controls and slow down the ride is challenging, because it's hard to focus when your hair is flying back at 75 miles an hour, right? So picture this, right? We all kind of feel it. And this year, we've all kind of felt it, but it's like being on this roller coaster ride. Oh my God, it turns this way. And oh my God. And then it's going upside down. Your hair's going everywhere. Everything's banging everywhere. But we're controlling the roller coaster ride, right? So we've got the levers and we can slow it down, but every time. And that's what I'm getting, what we're going to have coming into 2023. So what this means, yeah, tons of purging. Yeah, Jillian, you are too. Matter of fact, I was thinking about you when I was getting some of these messages about the purging and the clearing, and those of us that are here, which pretty much everybody who's here and drawn to the show is included. We are getting ready to have the doors really wide open for us to really step into what the heck we're doing here. And a lot of us kind of know. A lot of us are, have an idea, but it's going to get big, and we're going to be called more maybe into the forefront, or more fully into what is going on, more fully into what we're here to do. And it might be multiple things, because I do the readings and I do this kind of stuff, but I'm also very drawn to like the ET and the disclosure and all that fun stuff. I'm also, my gosh, I gotta share this with you that I'm getting is this Idaho situation is really drawing me in, with having that communication, with maybe starting a show here about looking at some of these things that are going on and doing almost like intuitive investigations. That's kind of what I'm getting, is like a show that's called Intuitive Investigators, where we kind of get together and we sit in chat here together, and we make it a live chat and we talk about it, maybe share some information about different things that are going on, not for the purpose of doing the actual investigation, because there's so many people that are doing that and it's crazy out there because people get nuts, but more from bringing our awareness to things so that we can collectively use our intention, our prayer, our good thoughts to help manifest positive outcomes. So if anybody would be interested in that, let me know, because I am going to be broadening my YouTube stuff because of getting kicked off of Facebook. I am in Facebook jail and I'm really ticked off about that. And so I'm going to be moving stuff over here more. So I'm going to be doing more stuff here on YouTube and not Facebook Live. So those of you that are in my Soulful Living Tribe, who we've been doing our private lives in Soulful Living Tribe, if I keep getting kicked out of Facebook, I can't do it over there. And so I'm going to start doing it here. I'm moving Soulful Living Tribe over here, 10 a.m. on Fridays. It's just going to be a Facebook. I do it through Restream onto YouTube, not Facebook, sorry. It's going to be a YouTube show now. So it's not gonna be exclusive to our Soulful Living tribe, and it's going to be talking about stuff, things that are going on, doing little readings if we do that, talking about the energy of the day or the week or whatever is going on. So things are going to be shifting. But what I need help from you guys, I need you to subscribe because here's the deal. YouTube basically ignores you until you have 1,000 subscribers. They don't really put your stuff out, and rightfully so. You know, they want to see that you can prove that people are interested in what you're doing, right? So if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you have people that would be interested in what we do here, please share with them, and help me get this built up because I have to have 1,000 subscribers and I have to have 4,000 hours of watch time. So, you know, I've got 225, so I'm a quarter of the way there, so which is wonderful. And all of those of you who've already subscribed, I really appreciate it. But I'm going to be adding some shows, adding some new things. You know, I'm thinking we're going to do spiritual chit chat. I think we're going to do this intuitive investigators thing. I'm trying to talk Sharon into bringing New Earth Rising into a live show. Oh, we'll put it here on my channel too. And then Soulful Living Salon. So we'll have 4 shows a week. Okay, get everything off of Facebook, get out of that because that's just kind of, I don't know what happened. I used to love Facebook and I'm so sad. But get all that stuff moving over. Let's get over here and let's have fun. And I really like doing YouTube because we can chat and stuff like that. We can share information and it's live, you know, and so we're talking about stuff. So I love it. I love it. Also for you guys to know too, is I've started a channel over on Rumble and it's just under my name. And Rumble is like the wild, wild west. There is no censoring whatsoever over there. And so I might start doing over there. I got to get 100 followers. So if you guys be interested in diving a little bit deeper, talking about things freely, I'm going to be doing a live over there in Rumble, but I need to have 100 followers. So I need you guys to get over there to Rumble. It's just Michele Amburgey. It might be Michele Amburgey, the Awakener. I think it is one of those. Get over there, start liking my stuff, start following or subscribing or whatever you do over there. I haven't even figured it out yet. And when I get 100, we'll start doing live shows over there as well. And maybe we can even do some of the investigation stuff over there. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to see, but I need you guys' help. So help, help, help. So what we're talking about today, Opono Pono and forgiveness. Part of what is happening with everything is we are purging the past. And what I'm finding with people that I'm talking to, especially clients that are coming in, I'm getting a lot of clients that are kind of coming out of nowhere that are frustrated, they're angry, they're hurt. They don't want to do the holidays. That there are a lot of family stuff going on, a lot of old family cycle stuff that's coming up for purging, which happens during the holidays. And most of us go into it, you know, with our hearts splayed open and walk into a toxic old patterns and just, you know, have a more trauma. And we want to mitigate that trauma. We want to stop with that trauma. And so the whole Pono Pono is so important because the premise behind Ho'opono Pono, you guys, is we take responsibility for our experiences. And this is where we get stuck. And it took me a couple years to figure this out and let my brain reprocess it because it's really hard to take responsibility when someone else has done something to you, right? He cheated on me. How is that my fault? He hit me. How is that my fault? She stole from me. How is that my fault? But here's what it boils down to. We create our own reality by our own thoughts, our own belief systems, the way we live our life, what is going on in the subconscious mind, where our identity is lined up, and what we want for ourselves, our choices. And a lot of it is subconscious. And so we're in the time of revelations, and it's not about what revealing what's going on in disclosure, but revealing what is within. And for us to be able to go through this process and let go of all of this and get rid of the trauma and the pain and the negative identification with that kind of stuff, we have to take responsibilities for it. And it doesn't mean I'm responsible for him cheating on me or her cheating me. I'm not responsible for him hitting me. I'm not responsible for her cheating on me. I am responsible for my thoughts, my belief systems, my identification, where my identity and ego lies, and my choices. And those things in a nice little package create your experiences outside. We create them. We're in a hologram. And what goes on inside is projected in the outside. And so we have to take responsibility for that. And so we don't take responsibility for other people's actions. And this is the big key in this, guys. Big key. And you guys got to wrap your noggins around this. We don't take responsibility for what he or she did. We take responsibility for our part in the experience, in what happened, not on the other person. And this is a really big shift in consciousness, big shift in consciousness, because we're separating the person from the deed. We're separating the experience. And so when we do that, we're separating ourselves also from being the victim. Because anytime we're holding on to things that we can't forgive, we can't get through, we repeat the patterns, we're in victim mode at some point, in some way, on some level within us. And to get out of that victim mode, we have to say, okay, I'm taking responsibility for that experience. And you don't have to say, well, I did this, this, and this. We can say, I take responsibility for my part in that. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what I did, but I'm taking responsibility for it. I'm not taking responsibility for them and their choices and what they did, though. No, that's their stuff. That's their karma. That's their lesson. But we take responsibility for our experience of it. And here's another part of it. How we experience things are related to how we think. Okay? In the Bible, Jesus talks about if someone slaps you on the cheek, hand them another cheek. Right? How many of you have been able to do that? I haven't. I'm like, boom, right? Well, maybe not hit him back, but, boom with the middle finger, maybe. But what happens is, if we have a consciousness of love, and we understand that when someone hurts us, when someone acts out violently, when someone is behaving in ways that is hurtful to others, it's because they are hurt. They're hurting. They're damaged. They're traumatized. And I get sad. It doesn't absolve them from what they did. But you don't have to be judge and jury either. When we truly begin to operate in the consciousness of love and unconditional love, we see the violence and the cruelty and the anger as hurt people hurting people. We're not absolving them of it, but we're finding compassion that their behaviors stem from their own trauma and their own pain. Okay? When you can do that, when you can say, wow, that I felt like I just got ran over by a truck, but that person must be coming from some horrible pain to have behaved in such a way that hurt me in such a way. But I also respond to other people's behaviors in ways that reflect my own belief systems. And if I'm not understanding that everything is love, we have belief systems that we need to deal with, right? So if someone cheats on me, part of the reason that hurts so bad is I have abandonment issues. I have self-esteem issues. I don't feel good enough, strong enough, in control enough, control issues. right? And so we have things we have to work on within our own self. And so that's where we can begin to shift this victim, perpetrator kind of consciousness, where we can begin to move into more love, loving ourselves. We got to love ourselves first, then it pours out to others, having some compassion for people's horrible behavior. And there's a reason I started talking about the stuff I did at the beginning. I'm going to circle back around to that. But once we can allow ourselves to start thinking about things a little bit differently, that we can start thinking about our experiences in our past and the trauma that we've had and the shit that people have done to us, which in a way they have. But in a way, and in the greater way, and the truer way, they've done it to themselves. And we were hurt and traumatized by it because of our own issues, from our own pain, our own trauma. We live in a world where everybody's traumatized and everybody is acting and binging off each other like a bunch of ping pong balls. Just trauma, trauma, trauma everywhere. And it's got to stop. And it's going to stop with those of us that are the awakeners and the way showers and the light workers and the people that are here that understand that there's a higher love. Those of us that are here that are going, wow, something's really wrong. Right? Wow. Those of us that are a little bit ahead of the game, those of us that might be called the conspiracy theorists, right? Those of us that are recognizing that, wow, something's wrong. And if we start in our own lives and we begin to go back and those things that stick in our craw, those things that are like, I can't believe that person did that to me. Oh my God. And those things are going to be coming up right now because we're shifting. We're timeline shifting. We're moving around energies. We got the Schumann resonance crazy. We got the sun is just blasting us with codes and light and all kinds of good, yummy stuff. And this stuff is coming up. And I'm talking about this right now because we're moving into the holidays and every one of us is going to be walking into some kind of old cycle that needs to be changed. And if you can pull yourself back in and operate from your heart and watch the behavior, typically it's family, and watch the behavior of your family with a little bit of compassion. And, when Uncle Joe is over on the corner having, just drank a half a bottle of scotch and is being a jerk, you can look at him with some compassion and just be like, God, he must really be hurting. When we shift like that too, we shift the entire frequency of the experience for everyone. And we don't have to say a word. Our heart field, our heart resonance, when we go into to compassion and be like, wow, that person is hurting. I'm recognizing their pain. I'm seeing their pain. I'm seeing that they're traumatized. I'm just going to love them in this moment. You can shift the whole thing. And you know what, guys, together we can shift the whole world. No kidding. We can shift the whole world just by understanding the power of that kind of a practice. And so that's where Ho'opono comes in. Ho'opono Pono, the whole thing about Ho'opono Pono, and is about right relationship. Having your relationship with yourself and others right. And a lot of us don't even know right from wrong. You guys do. But a lot of people don't because they're operating in this trauma and this insane world that we're living in and that we've been living in for a long time. But we can see the insanity as pain and hurt, right? But we know in our soul what's right. And we know being kind and being honest and being fair and being respectful and being thoughtful and being compassionate and being patient and being good is right. And we need to get back to that in our own lives. And so that's where Ho'opono Pono helps so much. There's a long form Ho'opono Pono, and when you study Huna and the Hawaiian mysticism and you study that, which I studied it, gosh, it's been like 12, 13 years ago. And there's like a long way to do it where the kahunas used to go to the families and be like, hey, you guys are being jerks to each other. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's find compassion. The kahuna would teach, you know, Joe, Ailia Unda, was acting this way because this happened to them and they're hurt. So, you need to apologize or they need to understand, and they would work everything out. They were like master psychiatrists, right? And they would get the family back into that state of compassion to where they can be compassionate and loving and kind to each other again. And so that is the energy behind Ho'opono Pono. Now we all have, yeah, Hoon is wonderful, isn't it, Ranshana? Um, and so it's amazing. And what we do is we start out and just saying, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for my part in this. I'm sorry that you're experiencing this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for my part in this, that I have seen and experienced this experience in a way that is hurtful for me. And if you're hurt from something, the other person is hurting too. So I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me for being in this play, in this stage play of pain, sorrow, of anger, of fear. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. And then you feel that forgiveness come in. And usually it's forgiveness from yourself, your higher self, right? You can do Ho'oponopono on yourself. That's magical. And to speak to yourself, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that I put you through so much crap, so much pain, so much trauma, so much believing in the pain and the horror around me. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And then you can do it etherically with those around you. I have family members who have done horrible things. It's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I was in a place that I was in that with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my part that played in that play, played in that dance that we did together that was so painful. The dance of trauma and sorrow and pain and grief and guilt and shame. I'm so sorry. I'm moving into unforgiveness. Oh, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I love you. Oh, and you feel that forgiveness come in. Okay. And most of this Ho'oponopono, unless you have people that want to do this with you, it's done in your own energy. But you guys, if you start doing this now, start practicing this now, by the time you start getting to Christmas parties and Christmas and New Year's and all that good stuff, you're going to have healed enough within you that your experience is going to be very different, and you're going to be holding a different field, and you will be holding a heart field, the most powerful field that exists for everybody who's involved, and it's going to shift the experience for everyone. Okay. And this is something that we all need to understand, to use, to implement, and to start making a regular practice of as we move into 2023, because it's going to be a roller coaster ride, and we need to have our SHIT together. We need to be able to be the ones that understand and are holding love and compassion and forgiveness for ourselves and others, so that we can slow that crazy roller coaster ride down when we need to. Okay. So let's get back to the Moscow, Idaho murders. Horrible, violent, holy crap. Like one of the worst crimes that really has happened in our country and even around the world in a very, very, very long time. Violent, children, so many secrets, so much stuff going on. The poor police department completely overwhelmed in this sleepy little Idaho town. The things that are going on behind it includes I'm not going to talk about it right now, but it includes things that they never ever thought that it would be: secret societies, all that kind of crap. It's important for us to understand that even something like that was perpetrated by people who are deeply traumatized and hurt. Do we forgive them? Maybe not right now. They need to be brought to justice. They need to be brought into a space where they're held accountable. But also, being even a witness of that, we understand that we're witnessing the pain in the collective and the trauma in the collective. And so we can do our Ho'opono Pono. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that this whole world is hurting like it is. Please forgive me and the part of my dance that I'm a part of this. Please forgive me because I love you. I love you, humanity. I love you, hurt people, because every single one of you are God. We're all one. We're all from that one breath in the beginning. In the beginning, there was the word was manifest, primal sound became primal light. Om. We are that. That's what Jesus was saying, right? The kingdom of heaven is within. God is within. And it's within everything. No matter how horrible, horrifying it is, we have to start seeing that in each other. We have to start holding that light and seeing that light and knowing that light so that we can bring it forward. We have to start being in that light and seeing that light. That's what the great teachers came to teach us. That's what Jesus was talking about with everything he did. We got to start doing that. All right, guys. I don't know. Did I freeze? Yeah. And it really starts. And you're right, Carolyn. We need to remember that we can do everything in ourselves because we are one, right? We don't need to fix them. We can't fix them. But we can fix ourselves and our part in it. And that's what Ho'opono is all about. Ho'opono Pono. Ho'opono Pono Pono Pono. That's what it's all about. Can you guys still see me? Let me know. It's a little lag. Oh, you're welcome, Jillian. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. I can't wait until you start doing your show. I can't wait. Jillian asked me to be on her show with her for one of the shows. I'm so excited. And so this is really important, guys. I've talked about this before. This isn't the first time I've talked about this. But with the messaging that I'm getting as we're coming to the end of the year here in California, it is 4:44, you guys. Angels. Angels are with us. Angels are with us. Linda, it may be where you're at. If you're coming in from Facebook, I'm in Facebook jail and it may be blocking stuff. If you're on YouTube, you should be able to be seeing everything. 4:44. So Linda, where are you coming in from? Where did you get here? Are you on YouTube and on the YouTube chat? Or are you coming in from Facebook? It looks like you're on YouTube. Looks like you're on YouTube. Yeah. Linda, it looks like you are on YouTube. You are. So what's happening here is it looks like a lot. I was just about to ask the same thing. So here's what happens. I come in on Restream. So I come in from a streaming device. And I stream into Facebook and I stream into YouTube. And so I think that's probably why you're not seeing the other chats. And so Hillary, you're on YouTube. Linda, you're on YouTube. And so what is happening is from now on, I'm going to be doing everything from YouTube. Okay. And so it's really, really, there we are. Thanks, Jill. something that's really important is you guys all need to subscribe to YouTube, do the little bell so you get notified when things are on, because I'm going to be vacating out of Facebook and be doing everything from YouTube. I'm going to be advertising it on Facebook for a while, but once they get you in jail over there on Facebook, it's kind of a downhill slide from there. They just keep coming after you, and they don't want people teaching this kind of stuff, you know. And so it's back, Jill. You crack me up. And so that's what the thing is. Apparently, there isn't the crossover. I use Restream because I can see all of you guys in my chat. I can see all of you guys in my chat. So eventually, what we'll do is we're going to get all of you guys that are coming in from Facebook. You're going to be coming in to YouTube. So all of you guys that are on Facebook right now, it's really important that you go to my YouTube channel. It's Michele Amburgey, and become a subscriber over there. And that'll help me get my numbers up so that we can then start doing some really cool stuff. Because once I get my YouTube channel up, I need 1,000 followers. We can start doing like private chats. We can start doing all kinds of stuff over there. So anybody who's coming in, and you can tell, well, I can tell because it has the Facebook thing, which I just learned, by the way. Like Jill, go check YouTube. Hillary, you're already YouTube. Linda, you're already on YouTube. Make sure that you are subscribed over there. But like Carolyn, you got to get over to YouTube. Ranjana, Jillian, Catherine, all y'all. Anybody who came in through Facebook. Thank you, Carolyn. Yay! So what it's going to do is YouTube is really fun. I've been playing on YouTube a lot more, and just to learn how all of this works. And it's really, really fun. Okay. And also another thing that I want to do on YouTube is, some of you that watch my shows and stuff like that are really amazing people. And I want you to come in and let's talk about stuff. And we'll do like, I want to do like maybe a YouTube kind of podcast, a YouTube thing where you guys come on and let's talk about what we want to talk about. I want to make it a really, really fun place to hang out. And because I'm really digging it, I'm really liking it. And we'll always do spiritual chit chat so we can do the readings and stuff for you guys too. So I hope that you guys really take to heart what I'm talking about today, because it's really, really important. Also, please keep the Idaho, just that whole town of Moscow, Idaho, and the kids that, were murdered, and their families and friends. And, please keep them in your prayers. And also, prayers for the perpetrators to be caught, because my intuition tells me that this was pre-planned, and that it's not the first time, and that it's people that are around there and associated with school. And so that's just my intuition. This is for entertainment purposes only. Disclaimer. But we need to pray for the perpetrators to get caught before someone else gets hurt. I don't feel like that's something that is imminent, but I do feel like that the possibility is there. So happy, Carolyn. Yay, subscribe. And so we'll get that moved over. Oh, thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate that. And I want to say, in the spirit of Ho'opono Pono, it takes one to know one. Because here's the other part. We hold, we can see other people in their pain and sorrow, but also we can recognize those of us that are good and true and awesome. And that's why this, especially spiritual chit chat, it's been going on for a while. All of you guys that are drawn here are amazing, wonderful people. And we all go through our stuff. We all have our stuff that we do. None of us are perfect. I'm not perfect by any stretch. I mean, I know I'm close, but right. But yeah, we're human. We have human things. Human stuff happens. We make boo-boos. We've all done some pretty gnarly things, but that's why we have forgiveness, you know, and we learn to forgive ourselves and we move on and we become wiser and stronger for it, right? So here's the cards that we're using. All right, good, good, good. Pretty in pink. Hi, Barbie. It's so funny. I only have 2 sweatshirts and I'm determined not to turn my heater on this winter because it's so expensive. Last year when it was really cold, I had like a $250 gas bill and I'm just determined not to do that. And so I'm learning to dress warmer and it's been cold. It was 38 here last night, in Southern California. It's like, what the hell? Here's the cards we're using. Goddess Power. And this is Colette Baron Reed. We can't have readings without Colette Baron Reed here with us. So we're going to do the Goddess. And then we also have, so we're having the feminine here with us. The Mary Magdalene Sisterhood of the Rose cards too. So we've got 2 sets of cards here. They're going to speak to give us some messages. The other thing too is, the energy of the feminine is really, really rising. And that is where this need, this desire, this upwelling of compassion and love and forgiveness is coming from. It's coming from the divine feminine. And we're not talking about girls and boys. We're talking about the energy, the divine feminine, which is healing and nurturing and loving and patient and kind. It's that mother energy, right? Men have it just like women have it. It's not about boys and girls. It's not a gender thing. It's an energy thing, and it's a consciousness thing, right? I know some men that are so loving and gentle and nurturing and kind, and they get teased all the time. Oh, you're gay. You're such, you're such a girl. Blah blah blah. And it's like we need more men like that who are in touch with their feelings, who allow the divine feminine. And so as us ladies allow that divine feminine to well up within us again, as the divine men allow the divine feminine to well up within them, that energy is going to return to the planet. We're going to find balance and we're going to find that compassion and love that we need. But right now, it's you and me. We're doing it. This is our job. This is the return of the Christ consciousness too, by the way, who had the sacred divine feminine activated so well in their energy fields. Mr. J, right? Mr. Y, however you say his name, Yeshua, Jeshua, Jesus. You know what? I heard something really cool. Hey, Karen. Welcome, sweetheart. I heard something really cool about Jesus's name. And I may have shared this before. I gotta share it again because when I heard it, it rang so true. Is Jesus isn't a Hebrew or Aramaic name. There are no J's in Aramaic or in Hebrew. So when Jesus was here and walking around, they didn't call him Jesus. His name was Yeshua. And also there's talk that his name was Emmanuel too. So it wasn't even close to Jesus. But the name Jesus came, and I love this. It's so cool. The name Jesus came was when Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary fled after Jesus's ascension, fled to France. And when they came into France and started teaching Jesus's teachings, and one of his teachings is, I am, right? I am the presence of God. Well, the way you say I am in French is je suis. I am, je suis. And that's where the name Jesus came from. It's actually je suis. I am. Is that cool? So from now on, we're going to call him Je suis. Carmen Sean. Oh, thank you, honey. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm getting chills. Ooh, Carmen. Carmen. Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. Wishing you a wonderful week, too. So let's do a few readings. Does anybody need a little message, a little card? Do you have questions? Je suis wants to come through. I am. Je suis. I am that I am. It's not exactly quite right, but I'm going to say it. Je suis. new wonderful things too. You know, where there's just so much information coming in. We're living during the revelations, the time of revealing, and all of this stuff is coming up for us to know the truth. And a lot of stuff is flippity flop, inverted, upside down, and backwards. And we, it's going to be a little bit trippy for some people, and for those of us that kind of understand some of this stuff, it's really um it kind of stresses the brain. And so, you know, we need to be here to help hold humanity together while we all go through this mental twist of learning that most of what we know is inside out and upside down. um and so here we go, there's that roller coaster ride we were talking about before. So all right, I think I saw Hillary, let's start with Hillary. Is it in my best and highest good to part ways with my business partner? Well, you just got a card of Saradin, but it's also a 9, and so it's a 9, Hillary. This is for you, hon. It's also a 9, and so it's the card that's finishing and like the ending, and the word on this card is potential. Okay, so Hillary, this is a card that is about ending. It's Saradin or Caradin. The Celtic names are kind of hard to say. Forgive me for not knowing them, you know, being half Scottish and Irish. I should. But the other card that you have here too, Hillary, is creation. It's a card of creation. You see it has a 9 in it too, but it's a 9 and 2 in it, so it's 11. So Hillary, what I'm getting on this, the answer to your question is figure out what you're doing, what your next step is before you let go of this partner. Know where you're going before you make this move. Don't just do it out of passion. Don't just do it out of passion. And remember, the energy of sisterhood is really important for you. And so this is something that you need to take into account with this. It doesn't mean your business partner um that you have to stay with them if you're not feeling this energy. And I feel like there's a lot of really male energy. So your business partner might even be male, or a lot of male energy, that kind of more dominant is the word that I'm getting. But this is the energy of sisterhood, okay? This is the energy of the new earth. Everybody working together, supporting each other. But Hillary, it's really important for you to understand you need to know where you're going before you make this decision. It's important to know what your next step is, okay? So don't jump just yet unless you know what you're doing, unless you know where you're going. So I hope that that helps, honey. So Catherine is saying, I'm in a vicious cycle with my health. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Stress, fear is the culprit. What would be the most helpful? A lot of Opono Pono. A lot of that stress in your body and fear in your body is this energy that you're holding. And so start doing a lot of that Opono Pono that we were talking about. And I think you've been here kind of since the beginning, so you'll understand what I'm talking about. If you weren't, Catherine, go back and listen to the show again. Get a good understanding of what I'm talking about with the Opono Pono. But that's what I'm getting. But I'm going to pull you some cards too. And it is fearful. Oh, this is good. It is scary when your body isn't cooperating. You know, I go through that too. You know, most of you guys know that I have the autoimmune stuff going on, and you know, I have a hip injury and back injury, so I'm in a wheelchair and I suffer with a lot of pain on a daily basis. It's like all the time. And it's really, really frustrating. But part of what really helps, Catherine, for me is kind of, this is just gonna sound crazy, but kind of getting to the point where it's like, you know what? I don't give a crap. I'm still gonna have fun. I'm still gonna be happy. I'm still gonna put a smile on my face. I'm still gonna deal with life with a good positive attitude. And it's almost like when you struggle with that stuff, getting to a point where it's like, you know? So what? So what? But let me give you the cards that are coming. And this is really good for you, Catherine. New beginnings. Oestra. I also want to say this is a 1-3 card. So this is a 4. This is an angelic card. Also, Estra is related to the spring. April is what I'm getting. End of March, beginning of April. I feel like, Catherine, that there's something that's going to be shifting for you coming into April. But one of the things that it is you letting go. It's like surrender to it. Something that really shifted for me, and it was more, well, when I shifted out of being so frustrated and angry and scared of the pain in my body, not being able to walk. I used to have nightmares of like having a fire and not being able to get away and stuff like that. Um, and I started letting go of that and just surrendering and just letting God. It's like, you know what? If this is it and this is how it's going to be, I'm still going to live my life and I'm still going to be happy and I'm still going to be in service and I'm still going to take my time and I'm still going to show up and I'm still going to be here with you guys and I'm still going to do all this. And so the second card you got, Catherine, is the power of intention. And look at how this card is about this woman coming from her heart and showing her heart and showering her heart and moving into her heart, beaming out into the world. When you're in pain and you have health stuff, it's really easy to get super self-focused. And it's not that you're bad. It's a natural intention when you're in pain and when you hurt and when you're afraid to be like a wounded animal and go into the cave and curl up and just be in that. But one of the ways to shift that is to start focusing on where can you be in service and who can you help and how can you spread the light that you are beyond the physical illness, beyond the wounded body, beyond that. Where can you be in service and shine your light on others? Because, Catherine, you are a beautiful, sweet, loving woman, and you have so much to offer. Where can you start focusing your powerful energy to help others? Because it's a little bit easier to surrender to the process of the divine when you're not like holding on to your experience, when you begin to help others. And I know you already do that, but you also do it in a situation that's a little bit different. It's too close to home. How can you help others like outside of the home? And doing something like starting a prayer circle, doing something like getting some friends together and all doing um um what I'm really thinking, Catherine, is prayer circle. Do a prayer circle. Get your friends together and start getting some people, places, situation where you all pray together, right? Something along those lines that's bigger than you, that's greater than you, but you have it inside of you, and start operating from that position. I feel like that's really, really going to help. And this card keeps popping out. It's Spider Woman, co-creation. Spider Woman tells us that you get to create your experience however you want it. And I think, Catherine, that's why this information is coming in the way it is. It's like, do it differently. And it doesn't mean you don't have the pain. It doesn't mean that whatever brought that in didn't happen. It doesn't mean any of that, but you're letting go of it having control in your life. And, Catherine, there's days, when I get done where I'm in pain and I'm like, I just can't do anything. I got to go lay down. I'm going to go turn my music on, or I'm going to go turn my Christmas love stories on. I'm obsessed with those too. I'm like, I like love, uh, like kind of true crime kind of stuff. Not necessarily true crime. I don't know, like mysteries and unsolved mysteries, that kind of stuff. And then Christmas romance movies. But there's times where I'm like, I'm done. I'm in too much pain. I'm too tired. If I keep pushing myself, I'm gonna, you know, move into depression. And so I stop, you know. Sometimes I've taken a few times, like, no, I can't help other people. I have to take care of me. But I also spend time outward focused, like doing my Facebook or doing these shows. I don't get paid for this. Nobody's paying me to be here for you guys, right? Um, but I'm here and I'm being in service and I'm helping. And that gets me out of myself, and it gives my body and my soul an opportunity to shift and to be in that divine flow. So Catherine, I hope that helps. I hope that helps. And I know it's not easy, but it's just like going, I'm just freaking doing it. I'm just freaking doing it. So Jillian, yes, whatever comes up. Ooh, these cards, this Mary Magdalene Sisterhood of the Rose cards, like jumped in my hand. Oh my gosh. Jillian, hello. These two cards. Ooh, okay, Jillian. The first card is expansion. And this card is also the card number 31. So it's a 4. So it's about balanced expansion. Also, 4 is angelic again. Also, remember, angels and ETs, don't tell anybody, but they're the same thing. But don't tell anybody. You got the 4. You've got being in the womb too. So expansion. So also from this, I get, Jillian, that what you're doing in the world, what your next step is, honey, that you're beginning to birth it. It's beginning to be birthed. And what's interesting is you got the womb expansion first card. You got sexuality card second, which is a 22, which is a master number. Now, the sexuality card is also about birth and creation and making things happen. So you have 2 cards. Also, look at this card. They're in the cosmos, right? Also, look at these hands down here. Look at the mudra that they're in. They're in the mudra of peace and of harmony. Okay. You also have your ankhs up here that are the original cross of balance and holiness, holy presence. I really feel like, Jillian, that you're getting ready to, whoops, I don't even know. The microphone's pain in the ass. You're getting ready to really step into what you're here to do. 100 and freaking percent. Also, you got 4 and 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. You got big 4s working with you, honey. Matter of fact, I even want to say, Jillian, go and look up the meaning of 4 in numerology and take a look at what that means for you too. So big things coming for you, big birthing things. It's also things you've been working on. So I can't help but think that this also about your project that you're getting ready to do, or you've been working on. You've been working on that you're getting ready to launch. And I'm getting 100% it's a good thing. It is supported by the cosmic energies of love and light for sure, Jillian. So, yay. Super good. Okay, Karen Lusby. Oh, okay. All right, Karen Lusby. Let's do this. Ooh, these cards. Goddess Power card wants to talk to you, Karen. Also, you know what I need another thing from you guys too is what is a good time? I need a good time. Like I do spiritual chit chat at 4 p.m. in California, right? So I figure it's straddling the 4, 5, 6, 7 time period, kind of trying to get everybody. But is there a better time for people? And tell me what, if you're going to say 7 p.m., you got to tell me where in the world you are too. I did this before and I had people 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Well, I had people telling me 6 o'clock, but they lived in like Alberta, Canada. And I'm like, oh man, don't make me. So like do like 7 p.m. New York time or 6 p.m. Colorado time, whatever. But if, what would work? Because I want to make sure that I am able to get to everybody. And for me, like 4 p.m. California time works really, really good. So Karen, so I'm going to stick to that if you guys don't tell me something better. That's what I was getting to. Karen Lusby, the goddess wants to speak to you. Very much so. This one, and she wants a third one here for you. Karen Lusby. Oh, Nike. Look at that beautiful card. This is a card of Nike. Nike is the one that she sets her intention and she goes and gets it. Period. That's why the tennis shoe company took this goddess. A lot of people don't know that Nike named their shoes, their company, that portion of the company, for this goddess. I don't think they knew it was a goddess. I think they thought it was a god. And it's about ambition, and it's about just do it. And so, Karen, this is your first message, and it really is just do it. And you know what they're talking about, because the second card you have is Lakshmi, fortune. And I'm getting really strong, Karen, is there's a part of you that's like, well, I don't know what she means, or well, I can't really do that. And you're getting the message, yes, and do it. And you do know what it is. Even if it's something that seems super far-fetched or unimportant, you know what it is. And sacred unity, let the divine guide you. Karen, this is the next step in your life, is surrendering to this divine energy. And that is going to require you to be taking time every single day in meditation, right? Sit quietly, do some Opono Pono for 5 minutes, and then just sit quietly, maybe with some nice, soft, gentle music on, and take 15 minutes, a half an hour every day, and sit quietly and get back in touch with God. And that God is within you, that God is within your heart. Not some outside God that's out there that we've been told about. The God inside of you, or goddess, great goddess. Okay? This is your big message, because it is time for you to step up and do what you're here to do and get into this project. And this is the pathway to it. You are the great goddess. Got to reconnect to that. Whew. I just got really hot giving you that message, Karen. Oh my God. Woo. That was a good one. That was a good one. All right. So Barbie. Oh, Barbie's asking to tune into Lottie, who is her beautiful. Hey, Christy. Hey, Charlene. Welcome, welcome, guys. I'm seeing Katrina's here too. So Barbie's asking us to tune into Lottie, which is her absolutely sweet, sweet angel labradoodle. I think what it is, but she's got another fancy name too. Something that I'm getting with her, Barbie, is part of what's happening with her. She's feeling needy and she's feeling anxiety. There's something about the energies. She is your energy barometer. Okay. Um, Pay attention to her. And it's not really physical, it's more the etheric energies with her, honey. Lottie is feeling the best way I can describe it. Lottie is feeling this splitting of these timelines. Lottie is feeling the tension in Mother Earth as we're shifting through this. Lottie is feeling the rebirth, the return of the Christ, the rebirth of the divine human. It's time. I know this crazy. It's time. She is here for this time to support you and love you and be your companion during this time of huge shift and change, during the wild roller coaster ride. I don't know if you were here, Barbie, at the beginning when I was talking about what's coming in for 2023 and how it was described to me. If you didn't, and any of you that are coming in later that missed it, you got to go watch it because it's really, really important. It'll be really pertinent to the messages that are coming through for everybody, too. Also, I want to remind everybody if any of these messages that seem to be for someone else resonate with you, it's because they are for you, too. Okay, we bring these up, but the messages aren't just for the people that it looks like it's for. And any of you are watching this later and this comes up for you, or this card comes up and you're like, oh my God, that's hitting me in my heart. It's for you. Okay. It is time. And you know it's time, Barbie. You're making big shifts and stepping into and it's the rebirth. You're rising, and Lottie is here and supporting you, but she's feeling the tension in the earth. She's feeling the solar energy. She's feeling the Schumann resonance, and she needs more tranquility. And I know you live in Sedona, which is intense, right? And she needs your tranquility. And so you're just starting to get back into your space after your huge dark night of the soul and your huge shift and purge. And so now she's kind of doing her shift and purge. So she needs more attention from you. She needs more tranquility. She needs the house saged, the soft, gentle music, the 420 or the 432 and the 528 hertz music playing in that house to comfort her right now. And she'll be okay. Give her a couple weeks. She'll be fine. Her upset tummy, part of that is anxiety. It's almost like you went through your thing and she held the tent pegs down for you, and now you're getting better, and so now she's going through her purge. It's kind of like when our children get sick. And then like moms, like we tough it through and we make it through and we're really good. And then the kids get better and they're on their way and then we fall apart. It's kind of that. Where Lottie's the mommy. So she's your companion through all of this, Barbie. This is really cool. But yeah, she's an empath. Lottie is an empath. Lottie, the doggy, is an empath. And so that's what's happening with her. And she'll be good. She just give her the extra attention. Give her the extra pets, lay on the floor with her or lay on the couch with her and just wrap her up and give her as much time as she needs. So, Carolyn, I would appreciate a message. Thank you. Whatever card comes up would be great. Awesome. 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 And I just want to, Carolyn, I'm going to come back to you. I just want to swoop down, make sure we don't have any. I've been doing a lot of prayer around over this channel before I get on so we don't get, what are those things called? Those trolley things. Trolley things. So welcome to all of our new people too. I know we got a couple of new names. Again, I am Michele Amburgey and welcome to this channel. We are here all the time and I'm expanding my channel too. So thank you. Make sure that you subscribe for those of you that have not subscribed. I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff over here on YouTube because Facebook has pissed me off. And I didn't even do anything. I'm like really nice. I obey all the rules. I don't talk about the stuff we're not supposed to talk about. And so I'm coming over here to YouTube, bringing the love to YouTube. So Carolyn, Goddess has some messages for you. Ooh, you are a very wise woman, Carolyn. Ooh, this is so cool. Okay, so you got Athena, the goddess of knowledge. Look at, she's got the owl on her too. Athena is what would be considered a high goddess. She's one of like what the term that's coming to me is a master goddess, if you will, where she is kind of, and we don't do hierarchy and neither do the great masters and gods and goddesses, but she's like an overseer kind of a thing. And it's because she is so wise and so knowledgeable. And this is coming to you because so are you. You hold a lot of that Athena energy. It's also the card of number 5. And number 5 is about shifting and changing, and it's moving into higher states of consciousness, Carolyn. And you're being asked by Artemis now to focus. Artemis is the goddess that carries the arrow, where she teaches you how to pull that arrow back, how to focus your intention, and how to hit your target every single time. Okay. And so it's really important that you start using your intention and your wisdom to take a breath. If you've ever done archery, one of the things that I love archery, I love guns and archery too. I just do. One of the things about archery is you take your stance, right? You plant your feet, you square your hips, you pull your shoulders, you pull yourself in, you become one with the bow, you pull, right? And you've got yourself and you put your target and you take a breath and you picture that arrow hitting the target and then you let go. All right? That's how you focus and hit your targets. Okay? And it's really important to learn this process. You plant your feet, you ground, you get in your body, you become one with your body. Okay? You take your stance, you pick your target. You become one with the process. You visualize the perfect outcome. You take a breath and then you let go. And there's your message. That was good. I'm getting hot giving you that one too. That's cool, Carolyn. And this is like, it's not even addressing any particular thing. It's like, this is how you do everything. So become the archer. Become the archer. All right, Ranjana. Let's get you some cards. These ones, the Mary Magdalene cards want to reach out to you. Ooh, very good. Very good. And we are at 5:22. I was on a little bit late today, so that we'll go until about 5:30-ish. I think we can get everybody. Katrina is saying, any insight into the energy around me? Yeah, we'll get to that. We're almost there. This one is Ranjana. Very good, guys. Oh. Ooh, interesting. Okay, here we are. You know how a lot of times the same cards come up? Last time we did, I think it was last week. Oh my gosh. All the same cards came up. It was bizarre. It's so cool when the collective is on target. But also when they aren't coming up, you know, we're all getting individual and all these individual thing. It means that there's a lot of new energy coming into. So Ranjana, your first card is kindness. And I want to say this card is about kindness to yourself. Okay. It really is about kindness to yourself. You're kind of hard on yourself. I'm being told that you push yourself, that you have super high expectations with yourself. And when you're not on it 24/7, you're hard on yourself. And they're saying, cut it out. Okay. That is not the way of the future. That is not the energy of the new earth. The energy of the new earth is much more flowy. It's much more in alignment with the divine, and it's a lot more about kind of letting go. But you are in expansion. You're in the womb, and the birth is getting ready for you. And so they're asking you to be patient with yourself, patient with your projects, patience with what you're trying to accomplish. The divine is with you, Ranjana, and you're in the womb getting ready to be birthed. You're also being asked to celebrate and enjoy this holiday season, this time. It is a time of partying and reconnection, that kind of stuff, but it's also a time of rest. Okay. So take that time of rest, take that time in the womb, take that time for yourself. Be very, very kind and gentle with yourself. Because at the beginning of this, again, I want to share with you, we had a vision, or I've been having this vision, that I shared with you guys about coming into 2023. It's going to be like a freaking roller coaster. And we're the ones that are supposed to be controlling this roller coaster. And if we don't have our act together, and if we are not like connected to our inner realm, we're going to be thrown all over the place while we're trying to find the levers and dials to slow that roller coaster down. And so we need to be rested. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to be eating good, and we need to be being kind and gentle with ourselves, okay? Because that's how we're going to have the stamina to go once it's already happening, but you know what I mean. So I hope that helps you, Ranjana. Hi, Katrina. Okay, Katrina, any insight about the energy around? Yeah, it's been intense. And yeah, and again, Katrina, if you didn't watch the beginning of the show, that's one of the things that I love about doing spiritual chit chat is we talk about some really important stuff at the beginning of the show. And I know a lot of people come kind of towards the end and you're getting readings, but the whole show is really important, especially these days as we're coming into it. Man, important information is coming through. So those of you that come late, that are, that are coming more for the reading part, go back and listen to the shows. I'm serious. It's really important stuff. So Katrina, insight into the energy around you. Yeah, girlfriend. I'm feeling it too. I'm actually getting chills. Ooh, co-creation, Spider Woman, and ambition. Here's Nike again. So Katrina, you're getting Spider Woman, co-creation. Spider Woman is here to remind you that you create the web of your life. All right. Whatever is happening in your life, you've created that. Okay. Is it to your liking? If not, you can recreate that. And then you have Nike ambition. So you're being asked, Katrina, to start deciding, what do you want? What do you want? How do you want things to be? What is it that you're doing? You've got this intense energy around you because it's like all this creative energy, and it's saying, where do you want it to go? What do you want? Where are you going to put this energy? Are you just going to let it prang around? Or are you just going to be like, whoa? Or are you going to be on that roller coaster going 75 miles an hour with your hair blowing back, hand on lever, fingers on the buttons, steering that sucker all the way through? That's up to you. So, Katrina, woo, your reading is, what do you want? Make a decision and go for it. Bam, Nike. Okay. Do it. Just do it. Woo, good stuff. Oh, Jillian, good. You're welcome, sweetheart. This time works. I'm on the East Coast at 8:10. Okay, so 8765. Okay. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you for responding. Carolyn, the time you do it now works. Good. Awesome. Oh, good, you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much, because I am going to be starting some new shows. I've got Spiritual Chit Chat. I'm going to be doing Friday mornings at 10 a.m. South Coast, 10 a.m. West Coast. I'm going to be doing my other show. It's called Soulful Living Salon. We're going to talk about just stuff. But we're going to talk about like really how to be living in the world and what's coming up and what's going on, and maybe some readings. It's going to be interactive. I try to make all my shows interactive. Not all of them are going to be readings. It's going to be chit chat. I want to talk to you guys. I want to start to interact with you guys and get your ideas and your input on things too. And I'm also going to be doing some kind of like investigative sort of thing. I'm letting it kind of create itself, and not for the purpose of being like investigators and getting into people's stuff, but for the purpose of bringing things to light for prayer and attention, and helping to manifest the good. Jill, card from Mary's and Yeshua. Well, you don't have Mary's and Yeshua. But you do have Mary Magdalene. Yeshua. I love that too, Jill. Good job. So we got the Mary Magdalene cards. Jill. Ooh, these cards just fell out of my hand. Ooh. Ooh, this is really good, Jill. First card that came, heart calling. Your heart is calling you. I also want to share with you this card. See how the heart in the middle of the heart has got that emerald green? There is a color that is becoming more prominent in this new earth energy, and to those of us that are here as new earth leaders, that is this emerald green. Emerald green, cobalt blue, and deep violet are with gold in it, okay, are really, really powerful. And I'm feeling like this is a color to pay attention to. And this is really important for you to hear that. And then it's heart calling. What does your heart want? Where is your heart in all of this, in your life, in everything that's happening with you? What is going on? Right? And then self-love. The self-love stuff right now is really important. So you've got heart calling and self-love. So this is all around wherever you have love in your life. It's more full and complete when you love yourself. Where are you not loving yourself? And where are you loving yourself? Where are you loving yourself? It's so interesting, Jill, because it's like it's both. It's like, where are you loving yourself and where are you not loving yourself? Be aware of that. And it's more about more self-love and not selfish love. It's caring for yourself. And remember last week we kept getting that divine no. I'm seeing that hand. I'm seeing that card, divine no. Say no when you have to, Jill. There are things that are draining your energy that are taking you that, and it's interesting. I almost said taking your energy, and they're like, no, taking you. It's about heart. Jill, you're a really loving, deep, nurturing person by nature. That's your superpower. That love that you have within you is your superpower. It's almost like it's your engine. It's important to stay connected to that. It's important to stay connected to that. Um, yeah. Any illusions are going to start falling away too. This is Maya, the goddess Maya, Jill. And any illusions that are around you, things that are false, things that aren't real, things that aren't really, really you are going to start falling away from you. And it's important that you're in your heart right now so that you know who you are when the false stuff starts falling around you and falling away. And I feel kind of like there's going to be something, maybe a friend, a situation, something like that, that's maybe been a little rocky anyways, Jill, that is probably going to fall away. There might be some kind of falling away, falling off. Don't panic. It's being done for in your best interest. And allow yourself to stay in your heart through the whole thing. Be compassionate and loving and kind, and let it be what it is for now. And you may even kind of already know what it is. Linda is saying, I have caught Rogue. I love that name. Linda, I'm getting grandpa really strong in that. I'm getting grandpa. What's going on with your grandpa that's on the other side? And what's going on around you that is associated with that grandpa? And I'm feeling like it might be mom's dad, your mother's dad. I feel like your mom's dad. Um And I also feel like he's like kind of checking on you. There's something going on. There's something going on, Linda. I'm not picking up completely what it is. It's kind of hard to do super deep in this kind of a venue. You might want to make an appointment if you can. And for you guys, I do this for a living. I do personal and private sessions. It had something to do with Grandpa, Linda. They're telling me to pull a card on that. Clear communication. Linda, sit down and connect with your grandpa and ask him what's going on. And also, again, what is going on in your life or around you that has to do with your mom's dad? You might not be completely clear on it. Something may be coming up that'll bring your attention to it. It's not bad. It's not a bad thing. But it's kind of like your grandpa's like, oh, something's getting ready. Something's getting ready to pop. And it may even be the holidays. I mean, honestly, it might be the holidays. Did he like the holidays? Were there things around the holidays that would draw his attention? I don't feel like it's a bad thing, but I do feel like it's a pay attention thing. So I hope that helps. Ooh, super good. Judy Smith. Hey, Judy. Hey, Judy. Super cool. Nice to see you. All right. Christy. I know, aren't these cards great? Christy, Christy, I'm pulling you a card. You never asked for a card. I'm pulling you one. And then we will look at Judy. I'm doing little readings here. For those of you that are coming on late, we don't do just readings here. We do a really beautiful spiritual teaching for the first half hour, 45 minutes of the show. Go back and listen. Today was really important. It's talking about 2023 and what's coming in. Also, for those of you that are just coming in, also know that any readings or cards that pop up that you're kind of like, ooh, that feels like it's for me, it is. Take it, okay? Because we are a collective here. And so, somebody might ask a question or I might pull a card for somebody, but if it resonates with you, it's also for you. So, Christy, this is for you. It's so funny. I'm hearing giggling like little children, Christy. Oh my gosh. This card came up earlier too. Christy, power of intention. I'm also getting this really strong. What do you want? What do you want? You get to decide. An empowerment. Yeah, Christy, you're coming into a new layer of your power. It's almost like you're powerful. Feeling almost like Jesus coming in, Yeshua coming in. He's like, you know how powerful you are. You got it. He goes, but you've been holding it in reserve and it's getting ready. And it's almost like you've needed support and feeling not alone, maybe. Like maybe you have, and maybe it's just having a collective, like some of the groups that we do, and feeling like you're not alone in this, that you're more able to bring this power out from you. And I'm hoping, our friendship maybe has helped that too. I love Christy. But it's power of intention and it's this empowerment thing. Your power is getting ready to come up and wanting to be expressed more. And so you're being asked to take this hat off. And I'm being shown like this hat of, oh, it's nothing. And put like a 10-gallon cowboy hat on and be like, yeehaw, let's do this. That's what I'm being told. That's what I'm being shown, Christy. So I take that little fluffy hat off. Oh, oh, shucks. And like, yeehaw. They're asking you to change over. Oh my gosh. You guys are so welcome. Rosie, Judy, what we do here, if you want a reading, let me know. If you want a card, go ahead. If you have a question, stick your question in there. If not, I can pull you a card too. So Rosie is here coming in late, but coming in hot. So let's get Rosie. I feel like the other cards want to talk to you. All right. Rosie. Ooh, I've never seen this one. This is cool. It's a number 12, so it's a number of discipleship. It's also a 3, the Trinity. And this is Ellen of the Ways, and it's about patterns, Rosie. At the beginning of the show, we were talking about breaking old cycles and old patterns and old ways and moving through the use of Opono Pono, moving more into a space where we're at, our peace and harmony and in our authority and authenticity. And Ellen's coming in and talking about patterns and recognizing patterns versus what the truth really is. Ooh, this is really strong. We're coming into the holiday stuff, when we're a lot of times we deal with family and friends and situations that are old patterns and old things and those same old cycles and those same old things that we just keep, batting our heads against. And you're being guided, Rosie, to pay attention to patterns and start recognizing the truth in things. And it doesn't mean it's bad. Doesn't mean it's bad at all, but it means it's time to really start paying attention to this stuff. So you've got a 12, which is a 3, and then you got a 3-1, which is a 4. So you've got the Holy Trinity and you've got the angel energy coming in with you too. And Ma'at is really powerful. This is a goddess who is about get rid of the hidden and the false and the manipulation and the BS and face things head on. And so Rosie, this is kind of part of what it is. And it doesn't mean facing off with others. It means facing it inside. Oh man, you know what? I got to stop hanging out with that person. They're just not nice. Little things like that, and they're just going, it's like it's time for you to start operating in that truth. And also the other truth too for you, Rosie, is the other truth that she wants you to know is that you're a wonderful, beautiful, loving person and you don't value yourself as much as you should, Rosie. That's a really strong message that's coming through too. And like your power isn't like kabam power. Your power is like it's like a mother bear, which is just there. It's just power that is there and it's nurturing. But if someone rises up, you could be kabam. But you don't really acknowledge that for yourself. And so it's important to acknowledge your power and that nurturing mother energy that you've got. And it's not necessarily, about having children either. Some people are just naturally nurturing. Yeah, Ranjana is saying, when my foundation's not in place, I feel like I have to move to a new place this week. Yeah. And that's part of what's happening with you too, Ranjana, is you're finding your place and you're finding your foundation, and it's like you get somewhere and you anchor in and then you got to move. It's really every time you get to a new place you anchor and you anchor and you anchor, and so it's it's okay. And I know it didn't seem like it's okay, but you're expanding in all of this. So another card for you, Ranjana. You're expanding in all of this. Katrina, just do it. I know. And it's hard when you get messages with like, just do it. Because we live in a society that is like, don't you dare do it. But it's time for us to break the matrix, glitch the matrix. All the young All the young kids, that's a big statement that they have. They're like, glitch the matrix, glitch the matrix. I love that. We can glitch this matrix. We don't have to be in it. We don't have to go along with it. It's BS, most of it. And our acquiescence is no longer necessary if we don't agree with what's going on. So, yeah, Katrina, drawn to the emerald green. Get the green if you're being drawn to the green. You know what, Linda? Here's something about relatives that will come through to you from the other side. You don't have to know them. Yeah, mom's dad died when she was young. Yeah, Linda, I feel like he is an energy that's kind of a protective energy. So even if you didn't know him, doesn't mean you can't get to know him now. And there is something about the holiday season. There is something that's kind of coming up. So tap into him. He's part of your lineage. It's okay. You never knew him in this lifetime, but you may have known him in another lifetime, and you can get to know him through the veil because he is there to protect you. Very cool. All right. Okay, Judy. Let's pull you a card. Let's pull Judy a card. This card is coming out big time. And this one, Gula. Okay, Judy, I feel like for you that there's some things that are going to be coming to light that are going to make things make sense, and then you're going to be able to move into a state of healing better. It's almost like there's been, I don't want to say there's things that's been hidden from you. I feel like it's more things that you haven't wanted to look at, that you haven't wanted to face. And they're not like right in your face, so it's been easy to not pay attention, but I feel like they're now going to kind of be, and I don't feel like it's bad stuff. I feel like it's understanding. It's like, oh, that's why that happened, or oh, that's what that meant. And then I feel like it's going to bring you, look at Gula. Look at how intense she is. I feel like it's going to bring you into a beautiful state of healing and balance that you haven't had for a long time, Judy. It's like this understanding, like I'm feeling almost like I can hear you going, oh, that's what that was. Something along those lines. So that's kind of cool, Judy. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Yeah, you feel your energies being suppressed. Well, you know what? Here's a little something. This is for everybody. Thank you for making that. You, Ranjana, if you're feeling the energy around you is suppressing you, then you're not operating in your power. Our job is to get in our heart, strengthen our heart, and to shine our light and impress our light on the world around us, not let the world around us cover our light. So it's really important for you to get through this and to find your roots and where you can settle in is to stop being a victim. Ooh, ow, I'm sorry. Stop being a victim and start empowering and start shining your light on the world around you. Okay. And I know sometimes it really seems like it's hard, but getting into your heart, claiming who you are and what you are, by holy decree, I am that I am. I am the love and I am the light and I am the holy presence of the one true God. And I am the power and the authority in this space and in this place. I am that I am. And just imagine your light just and just shine on whatever you think is suppressing you. You're using the word suppressing, and shine that and push that suppression back. Push that heaviness back. Push that back. And then see what happens. That's how we do it. It's how we all have to do it. It's how we all have to do it coming into 2023, ladies and gentlemen. We have to take our power and our authority back, and we have to shine our light out. We're more powerful than anything, right? We're more powerful than anything. So with that, I'm going to leave you because I'm going to go eat. And I got Mikey here, and he's starting to nibble on my ankles because he's hungry too. So, and we don't want to find me half eaten in the morning. So I got to feed the cat. So you guys, super duper fun. Thank you so much. Thank you for those. Yeah, Rajna, it doesn't matter what other people think. It matters what you think. And you're not thinking for yourself. You're letting the world buffet you around. Cut it out. Ouch. I know. I know. We all do it. We all do it. I'm not saying it's just you. We all do it. But you get in your light and your love and your heart and you start shining it out. Oh, well, hello. You start shining it out. You imagine yourself every night before you go to bed with that light shining out of your heart out into the world and lighting up and illuminating the world around you. When you get up in the morning, you picture that and you go out into the world and whoever you're staying with, shining that light out there. Are you going to change her? Maybe not. But you're not going to let her suppress you either. And then if you feel like you need to move on, find a place, that's great. But you got to take your power back, honey. You got to. So that you can find the right place for you to be. Doesn't matter what other people think anymore. It really doesn't. It never has. It never has. And that's a whole other class. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for letting me know that this time is a good time for a lot of you. So I will definitely keep this show here. But I'm thinking of doing another one maybe on Wednesdays at the same time. They'll be kind of like the investigators, intuitive investigators or something like that. So just kind of looking at things that are happening in the world, doing a little different kind of a show with the purpose of them bringing things into light and love and working as a collective and talking about stuff. And I talked about this at the beginning of the show, this show too. So I love you guys. Mwah. Everybody take it easy. We will be here. We will be here Friday morning, 10 a.m. Pacific time for Soulful Living Tribe. Soulful Living Tribe is now going to be on YouTube instead of in the Soulful Living Tribe Facebook group because for those of you who don't know, I am in Facebook jail and they made me mad. So I'm moving everything over to YouTube. I did really good. I stayed out of Facebook jail for a long time. But we all fall, don't we? So I love you guys. Take it easy. And like everything, stay sparkly. Mwah. We'll see you on